I want to pick up a comment left by Anne Fenelon, who said, I live in Nuneaton and the station is dreadful. I was in the station last night, and what was extraordinary was I was waiting for a connection. I was waiting for over an hour, and the train, which was connected, was late. And what was extraordinary was that there was a plethora of announcements, most of them pointless and very loud, and there were a number of notice boards, but all of them vague. All of them vague. If I didn't know exactly where the where my connecting train was going to, there was no way that I could have worked out which platform I was supposed to be on, and where I might sit down and do some work. What was astonishing was the emptiness of the place. So I arrived on one platform. I had to trundle up over the connecting bridge. The lifts didn't work, and then go and see a lady in the ticket office who was charming. She couldn't have been nicer, and she acknowledged that the information was very poor, and she pointed out that the problem was that there were lots of adverts on the notice boards, and the adverts got in the way of giving out more information about platforms and about the ultimate destination of the trains. The same issue, really, that dogged the station at Euston. Too much obsession with advertising and not enough obsession with giving information. And that complete vacuum. And I looked outside the station as well. Again, you look outside into Nuneaton itself, and it just seems an emptiness. I remember teaching in Nuneaton, and it's not something I particularly want to repeat. Nuneaton is a pretty place, but increasingly, like so many places, it's empty. And as you get into the evening, it just empties out. There may be surveillance, but there's no one there to offer advice, no one there to offer security, no one there to offer help. So appalling things happen in that vacuum. Appalling things. And while I was in the railway station, somebody else approached me, and they had they had a stick, they had a crutch, they'd just had surgery on their knee, and they were relying on the lift, which didn't work. And there was no one to offer help. No one to offer help. And no advanced information in the ticket office that lift didn't work. It's an appalling oversight and an appalling lack of thought about putting the customer first, about putting the people first, about care for the community. It's a lack of thought by the councils, by the local councils, by the county council, and by the various organisations that are there to provide a service, from the police down to the railway management. It's a lack of service and a lack of care, and an assumption that a camera is going to do the job for you. It doesn't. It doesn't offer help. It doesn't offer support. All it does is it captures a record of what happened. It may be useful in court later on when everything has gone completely wrong, but is not offering any reassurance to people on the ground at the moment. And and all this constant cacophony of announcements, again, doesn't offer any help to people who just want to know where they're supposed to go to next. They don't want to know who's sponsoring the organisation. They don't want an advert for this or an advert for that, or a warning about slippery pavements, or an area that you can't go into. They just want the information. And that information is so difficult to get. That information should be the first stuff you get. It isn't, because we're not putting the customer and the ordinary citizen first. We're putting the business first. It's the wrong way round.